Hello everyone, welcome back to 999.
扉が開いたぞ。
The door is open. Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share his excitement.
さあ、淳平君。早く紫君を連れてくるんだ。私とサンタはここで扉を見張ってるから。
Santa snorted.
別に見張る必要なんてなくね。仮に扉が閉まっちまったとしても、円盤の合わせ方はもう分かってるわけだし。
まあ、そうだが。
Yeah.
だったら3人で紫君を迎えに行くかね。
いや、俺は遠慮しとくよ。順平に任せる。
He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs petulantly.
ったく、君は本当に天の弱なやつだな。
Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering
とにか
parent.
く、紫を連れてくるよ。待っててくれ。
He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. Before long, he was back on the first floor, next to the conveyor belt and June.
淳平くん。
As he drew closer, she stood up,
大丈
slowly.
夫か？
He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding the genuine concern in his voice.
はい。もうすっかり心配かけてすみませんでした。
June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or
ちょっ
still
と
feverish.
額に触るぞ。
Just to make sure, he reached out and put his hand against her forehead.
あ、だいぶ下がったみたいだな。
She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but she wasn't down to what seemed normal
本
to
当に
him.
大丈夫なのか？
He had to be sure. June gave him a look.
淳平くんは心配性だな。
Such a warrior? I thought you were saying worrier, like you worry too much, but...
間違えた。淳平くんは心配性だな。
Okay, that is exactly what you were going for. June giggled. I'm guessing that's like that was like an untranslatable Japanese pun that they had to localize in English. That's like such a big thing with translating anything from Japanese to English because they love their puns that only really work in Japanese, so you have to find a different pun that works in English to put here. I wasn't sure if she just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. She was well enough to smile and laugh, and she really was feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke on the forehead.
最高。
My favorite example of like an untranslatable Japanese pun getting translated was in season 1 of the Pokemon anime, specifically the like 4Kids English version, where I forget exactly what it was in the Japanese version, but there's just like basically a random part in the anime where Ash just shows up in a cow suit and he says something, which is a pun in Japanese. Like it was something to do with a Caterpie, and then he said something about a cow. So he dressed up in like a cow suit and said it, and then it was like ha ha ha. But 4Kids translated it as like I don't remember what the pun was in Japanese, but 4Kids translated it as Ash popped up and told Misty not to have a Caterpie about seeing a bug because Misty was scared of bugs, and I'm like, God. Jeez.
行く？
ああ、そうか。まだ伝えてなかったな。出口の扉が開いたんだよ。だから。
わかりました。行きましょう。
June clasped her hands and nodded urgently. Let's go. They headed back to the exit, but on their way they found...
あそこにいるのは。
サンタ？
Santa was sitting on the stairs, looking at a picture? God, this weirdly makes me think of the Wolverine staring at a picture meme. He was, however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and finally stopped in front of
何を
him.
見てるんだ？
Santa answered without looking up, his voice
写
quiet.
真だよ。妹の。
Ah, we're finally getting some stuff about Santa.
妹？サンタさんには妹がいるんですか？
Santa simply nodded.
ああ 目に入れても痛くないほど可愛い妹でな。
Was she also part of the experiment? June cocked her head,
身
confused.
長が2ミリぐらいなんですか？
Santa glared at her.
ごめんなさい。
I wonder if that's why you were angry about the thing that was happening. Maybe this reminded you of your sister in some way, like the event that was happening, and then it made you sad?
2ミリじゃ痛いですよね。0.2 ミリぐらいでしょうか。
Yeah, June. Santa didn't smile or
ごめんな
laugh.
さい。
それで
He simply turned back to his picture and spoke.
俺はあいつにとってのサンタクロースだったんだよ。
サンタクロース
The sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know
知って
either.
るか？
Story of the two Santa Clauses.
昔々大昔、サンタクロースは2人いたんだぜ。
I don't think I've ever heard this, no.
1人は白いサンタクロース。もう1人は黒いサンタクロース。
I've seen this in RuneScape as a holiday event, if that counts. There was like Santa Claus and Auntie Claus who wore black and was a skeleton.
白いサンタは良い子のみんなに贈り物を届け、黒いサンタは悪い子供たちにいたずらを仕掛けた。
This sounds more like Krampus, I guess, but I don't really know a lot about Krampus either. Besides what I've seen in like Binding of Isaac. Basically every single bit of knowledge I've accumulated in my life has come from a video game or another, as you've probably gathered.
だがその悪ふざけは年々エスカレートしていくばかり。見るに見かねた白いサンタは、ある時ついに黒いサンタを刺し殺してしまった。
Oh god. Okay.
返り血を浴びた白いサンタ。その服は真っ赤に染まった。
Oh, and that's why Santa Claus wears red.
だからなんだとさ、サンタクロースの服が赤いのは。つまりあの赤い色は、黒いサンタの血の色だったってわけだ。
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. June was staring at Santa, sadness plain on her face. I don't know where this is going, but I'm imagining you were the main Santa, and the other Santa was an abusive parent or potentially an abusive older sibling that you had to kill to protect your younger sister. He continued.
俺は一体どっちのサンタなんだろうな。白いサンタか黒いサンタか。最後。
I wonder if this is you turning over in your head whether you should threaten June or not, as well. Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed up the stairs, taking them two at a time. Junpei and June looked at each other. There was nothing they could think of to
お
say.
い、何やってんだ。早く行くぞ。
Santa's voice echoed across the room from above
行き
them.
ましょう。
あ、
They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. He was leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired.
ようやく戻ってきたね。
The door had shut, but it wasn't cause for
Ah.
concern.
すまない。
Junpei quickly solved the disc puzzle the second time, and the door opened once again. I mean, it wasn't cause for concern, but we are still on a time limit,
行こう。
you know? In single file, they walk through. Like, what if we get to the final puzzle and it's like, oh yeah, this puzzle takes an hour, so I hope you have an hour left. They're walking for nearly 15 feet. They found themselves in front of a metal door. It opened easily enough, and they passed through it as well. A new room stretched out before them. New puzzle room.
倉庫か。
いや、倉庫というよりは貨物室だろう。船の積み荷を保管しておく場所だ。
木箱がいっぱいありますね。一体いつの時代のものなんでしょう。
Junpei, Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take in their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance.
とにかく、出口を探すところから始めよう。さあ、行動開始だ。
Let's get going. Alright. Another puzzle to get through. Ooh, this room's also pretty large. I mean, clearly there's like a... What is that, like a Sudoku? I guess it's not a Sudoku because all the numbers are already there. There's no blank spaces. Also looks like there's like a block pushing puzzle over there. It's locked. Guess I need a key to open it, huh? All the boxes have numbers on them. What if we need a different key for each? Oh. Ace bent down and picked up something that had been sitting next to the box. Junpei took a look at this. It's a picture. Oh wait, is that a card? Card with a headshot. Wait. Oh. It's all the players. Card with Lotus's face. Okay. So we put that in 8? Some numbered boxes and cards with pictures of all of us. Does that mean we need to collect all the cards we don't have? Yeah. Searched all the boxes, there's nothing in them. Aha! This one's got me on it. And this must be... Oh no, don't look at it! It's not cute at all, and I'm not photogenic, and I don't look sexy either. I mean, I hate taking pictures of myself too. Next to Clover, my skin looks gross. And I'm not sexy like Lotus. I know guys go for women who look like Lotus. But, I'm trying to. That's not true. Everybody has a type. I'm doing the best I can. So please don't call me a board or a trash can or a cutting board. No, nobody's gonna do that shit. Wait a minute. I haven't said anything like that, have I? This card is a picture of June. Okay, it's the trope of you know, thinking that everybody wants somebody that looks like Lotus. Remember, pipes stretch out toward the ceiling behind the boxes. Lid for the crate. Some sort of liquid in these barrels. I'm not sure what it is. Oh hey, wow, that's a weird picture of 7. These are all kind of interesting pictures. I wonder if these are like concept art for the characters? That would be kind of a neat way to put this in here, like concept art for them. It's a 7's card. Is this supposed to be a trading card? It's not a very good one. Looks like some kind of criminal. Looks like one of those photos you see on the bulletin board at a police station. Card with a headshot. It's Clover's card. You're looking at this photo, she's kind of cute, isn't she? Huh? What's up? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. There's a smile make me feel cold. Part of Clover's picture. How old is Clover? I kind of didn't really get an indication of what most people's ages are. Obviously Ace, 7, and Lotus are older, but everybody else... I don't know. I kind of thought Clover was like younger, like 15 or 16. Junpei might be like 17, 18. Same for June. I guess slightly older than that because I don't think they were in school. So they might be slightly older than that. There's Ace. Yeah, that looks slightly different too. It's Ace's card. But kind of like some kind of European lord. Oh, my headshot. You don't see it? It's actually a pretty good picture. Oh, I don't need to see it. In fact, we really ought to get back to our search. Yeah, this feels like concept art for them, which is a neat way to fit it into the game. Snake. That's Snake's card? Yeah, you want to see it? Oh, that's fine. Don't know what's in these barrels. Judging by their weight, perhaps a liquid. Well, I could see some people getting stuck on finding some of those since they're in the sacks. Stairs, they go up 3 stories. What are you waiting for, Junpei? Whatever, I'm going. This is the only door here except for the one we came through. This is the exit. No shit, Sherlock. Of course it's locked. An electronic lock? Just a keyhole. I know that the doorknob. So to open this door, we gotta find the key that fits the keyhole. Yeah. Supposed to be the exit. There's a small keyhole. Scaffolding that supports the staircase. Metal panel over the outside of the window. Scaffolding that supports the staircase. Some sort of boxy device. Well, there's 6 holes here. Look like jacks for a headphone cable. Jacks, huh? Maybe if we put something in them. God, this puzzle would be... There's a generation of kids that would not understand this puzzle when they get to playing it, because they're like, what's a headphone jack? Yeah, something might happen. Several lights here with numbers 1 to 9. Only the light with 9 is lit. Looks like it's covering something. It's like some kind of shutter. Maybe it'll open if we do something. It's gonna come out of there if it does. Yeah, I'd like to know that. Okay. Monitor's off. Green switch here and a red one, some kind of lever. None of these seem to do anything now. Maybe the power's off? Yeah, maybe. Single green light on the bottom though. That means... I'm going to avoid that for now because I'm wondering if we need to do something with this first. We're back to the music where there's an arrow being shot at me. These crates are quite large. They seem to be tied to one another with sturdy straps. Box, there's nothing inside. There's our other one. We still need a 9th man though. And the guy on this card is one good-looking son of a bitch. Way more class than that other chump. What's that supposed to mean? Huh? What's your problem? Didn't say I meant you, did I? Shit. Yeah, you outed yourself. There we go. This guy. This card has the 9th man on it. He's the first victim of this nunnery game. Actually, come to think of it, he was acting pretty weird. I wonder what his deal was. He clearly knew some things that we didn't. This is the first time we've ever had my inventory cycle over to the other side. We have too many items. How weird. Something going on with my phone. One sec. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, my phone was making noises, so I wanted to move it. Getting some notifications. Okay. So we have all the things. What happens if we go over here? 3 crates here, stacked up like stairs. Climb up there, I think we can get over the fence. Do you think you can take a look? Sorry, but no thanks. Why? I've, got a bad feeling about it. Pussy. Okay, fine. Jesus! I'll go. Please be careful, Santa. Yeah. Just in case. Right, what's he going to do with that screw? I don't see what throwing a screw at a fence is to see if it's electrified. Holy shit! This... Oh man. There's electricity running through that fence. Yeah, Junpei had the right idea! I mean, so did you, testing it, but looks like it. We can't get to the other side. Well, we could jump off those crates, but we wouldn't be able to get back. Jump over the fence by jumping off those crates. What are you saying, Junpei? It's a huge electrical current flowing through that fence. If you do that, you won't be able to get back. If I can move some of those crates over there. Are you sure you can even move them? What if they weigh too much? Then what are you going to do? Oh yeah, hadn't thought of that. 3 crates here. It'd be easy to climb the top of them, but after that, so we need to turn off the electricity to get over there. Okay, so then probably we need to do this now. So...
写真のついたカードは9枚揃ったな。あとはこれを箱の正面にあるカードスロットに差し込んでいけば。
Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. Ace peered over his shoulder at
どのカ
them.
ードをどの箱に刺せばいいのかわかるのかね。
Junpei gave him a look.
何言ってんだよ。そんなの聞くまでもないじゃないか。写真の人物に割り振られたバングルナンバー、それぞれのカードを差し込んでいけばいいだけだろ。例えば一宮の写真がついたカードだったら1番の箱に、ニルスの写真がついたカードだったら2番の箱にといった感じで。
Yeah, that makes sense. The question is that actually the solution?
ああ、なるほどな。
あ、どうかしたのか。
Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened.
とにかくあとは任せたよ。
Huh? Huh. What did you think the solution was?
あ、おい。
He quickly turned and walked
あ
away.
いつ。まあいいか。
Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back toward the boxes.
この9つの箱をやっつけてしまわないとな。
I wouldn't really call this a puzzle. 9 cards with pictures and 9 boxes. What's interesting about this, because I mentioned the idea that what if this was like concept art? Like, Junpei looks pretty much the same. June has some slight differences, and of course all the other characters do, but I'm not sure if this means anything, because, I mean, you can be blind and have your eyes open, of course, but it looks like Snake's eyes are open here. I wonder if Snake, at the like, at least in the concepting phases or something, if that idea that I had is correct, that Snake wasn't blind then? I'm not sure, but it looks like your eyes are open there. I can't get a closer look at it, but if it's what I was talking about, because the art is clearly different, and some of the designs are just different in some ways, so that would make sense. Junpei stared at them for a moment and then began.
一宮のカードは1番の箱、ニルスのカードは2番の箱に。そして、3、4、5と同じ手順でカードを刺していけばいいだけだな。
Yeah, not much of a puzzle.
最後に鳥の巣頭の男のカードを9番のスロットへ差し込めば。
This was the number that was lit up when we were up there, which I thought meant like it was lit up for the characters that were dead, but Snake is... Well, no, Snake is not dead because we know he's in the coffin, so that actually is a hint to Snake still being alive. Yeah, that's interesting. So the reason 9 was pre-lit is because the 9th man is already dead, so they pre-light the lights of the people that are dead. So that's probably... Maybe that's what Ace was talking about? Maybe Ace realized, oh, that must mean that Snake is still alive? All 9 box lids opened up at once.
開いた。
He peered inside. And each box was a single pin.
9本のピン。
They looked a little like sewing pins, but much thicker.
とりあえず取っとくか。
June collected them all quickly and shoved them into his pocket. Okay, so those go up the stairs. Look like the kind of pins used for sewing. Not really. There are 9 of them in total, and they have numbers on them that run from 1 to 9. Look more like tiny stop signs. Nothing in the boxes. Okay, so... Back up the stairs? Yeah. Okay. So what do we actually want here? Some kind of control panel. Looks like it's not powered. There's a green light on the bottom. Several lights here from 1 to 9. Only the light with 9 is lit. 6 holes. It looks like the pins I found would be a perfect fit for them. Am I supposed to get like a certain digital root or something? Ones you found in the 9 boxes, right? Why don't you try it? Alright, let's see what happens. I think 2, 4, and 6 should go here at the top part, and 3, 5, and 7 on the bottom part. 2, 4, 6... 9's pre-lit, so... 2, 6, 6, 12, 15, 20, 27. 2 and 7 equal 9. So yeah, I was wondering if that was it. If we're supposed to get a digital root of 9 because there was 9 boxes. So yeah, that was going to be my guess, but it seems like it's just going to solve that for me. Well, some of them lit up. Yeah, 3 and 6. I wonder if there's some kind of rule that determines which lights go on. Well, I put 2, 4, 6 pins on the top part and 3, 5, and 7 on the bottom. You think maybe it's the digital root? The digital root. 2 plus 4 plus 6 equals 12. Digital root, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Therefore, the light 3 turns on. 3 plus 5, 7 equals 15. Digital root of 15 is 6. Therefore, light 6 turns on. Makes sense, right? I see. Lights that match the digital root of the pins inserted on the top and bottom parts will light up. So that's how it works. There's one thing I'd like to check. If he wants to try, he's certainly welcome to. So, you put the 1, 2, and 3 pins on top and 6, 7, and 8 on the bottom. So that would be 6, which is already lit up, and 6, 7, and 8, so 6 and 8 would be 14, 7, 21, so 3? Okay, you're just checking if you do them again, what happens. Oh. They turned off. 6 plus 7, 21, yep, Oh, I get it now. The digital route for the pins you registered is the same number as the lights that are lit. Those lights turn off. Yeah, looks like that's the trick. So, this really is just like a turn all the lights on puzzle. Alright, now we know how it works. You wanna give it a try? You know what we're not supposed to do? You know what we're supposed to do with these lights? Well, no, but I figured we could try and see if we can turn them all on. Figure something's gonna happen if you can manage that. Turn on the lights, huh? Okay, Junpei, let's make sure we know how this works, alright? Pick one of the 6 holes, then pick one of the pins in your hand and insert it. Keep it up until all 6 holes are filled. Once all corresponded, yeah, lower parts will turn on. However, digital route, yeah, the goal is to turn all the lights on. Alright, let's do it. Wow, they did a lot of explanation for that puzzle. Okay, so we can do 1, 2, and 3, just like you did, and then 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3. That would work, right? Am I crazy? Oh god. Here I was skipping the directions because I'm like, oh, I totally understand what's happening. 7 plus 8 would be 15. And then plus 9 would be 24. 15, yeah, 24. So, oh, okay, that's what's happening. I did the same exact thing because I screwed this up. So, yeah, no, we need to find something different to put down here. I actually totally forgot which one Santa put in there. I thought it was 7, 8, 9. I thought it was 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, but 6, 8 is 14, plus 9 is 23, which would be 5. So, let's do 6, 8, 9. There we go. So 5 and 6 are on. 1 would be... Let's see... 2, 3, 4 would be 5, 9, so that's not useful. 3, 4, 5 would be 7, so 12. 12 we do actually need. So we can do 3, 4, 5. This is just a bunch of digital root stuff. Let's see, 1, 2, and 7. 1, 2, and 8. Yeah, 1, 2, and 8 is what I want on the bottom. 2, 8. There we go. So we need a 10. A perfect 10 as well. For 1. So... 7, 2, 1. Or, 1, 2, 7. And then... 4... Okay, I kind of see where we start to run into an issue here, because you run out of options to do, basically, without screwing up, because you have to put in something for each. So, basically, the issue I'm running into right now is I want to make sure I have the pins that I need to get whatever is left over. So I should probably aim for something like 8 here. And then I can just do 4 and 7 next time, which we should be able to make work by having access to all of our options. So let's get rid of 8. So 8 would be 17. So 8 and 9 would just straight up be 17. 6, 8 would be 14, plus 3 would be 17. So 6, 3, 8. Alright, now we just have to make 4 and 7. So we need to make 13, which works if we do like 9, 3, 1, 1, 3, 9 would be 13 for 4. Okay, now we just need to make 7, which is 16. So 6 plus 8, 14 plus 2 is 16. So, yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. F. I got an F? I tried so- this is exactly how math tests always went for me. I'm like, I think I did okay on that, and then I get an F. Hate math. All the lights are on and the shutters opened up. Hey, does that mean... Yeah, we gotta do it again. Man, I thought I was doing so well. Yup. Oh. Okay, so we've got 9 holes, and there's an F above them, so it's this hexadecimal shit again. I don't know what the F means, but I do know one thing. It's that. This time there's 9 holes, so we need to insert 9 pins. Man, that's boring. Why don't you just try it all? Okay, so it's F. No. I know what I need to do. I just need to look back at the hexadecimal shit. File. Not that. Digital roots. Flowchart? Wait. Is that not what it wants? Oh, we don't have the thing about hexadecimal. The calculator didn't do hexadecimal stuff, right? No, it did not. So, let's just see. So, 10 was A, 11 was B, 12 C, 13 D, 14 E, 15 F. So it needs to be 15. So, a digital root of 15? We'd need a ludicrously large number for that. Digital root of 15? I'm starting to think I'm getting the wrong idea. I think maybe yeah, F means 15. Yeah, 15 is in, yep, hex. You're right, that's gotta be it. Alright, let's give this one more shot, yeah. I just wanted to see the hexadecimals to... But yeah, we don't have that note again. I think I got it again in one of the later runes, but... Does this just equal... I mean, I guess since we need to use all 9, it's just as simple as just putting them all in, right? I guess that's kind of what Junpei was talking about. I was thinking about it too hard. Right there means 15. Let's give it one more shot. Yeah. Wait, doesn't... I'm a little bit confused. Junpei, do you know the sum of 10 plus 5? Yeah, it's 15. Do you really think I'm that much of an idiot? Alright, so what are the sums of 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, and 4 plus 6? They're all 10. So if you put 5 in the middle, what's the sum going to be for each of those? Well, if they're 10 right now... Yeah, I think you've got it. I'll let you figure the rest out. Okay, I think this is it. I think I got it. So 5, 7, 12, 3. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now they all connect as they should. Oh, yeah, so when I initially read Santa's dialogue, I thought he said don't put 5 in the middle. He's like 5 will equal 10. So I thought he was saying like you don't put 5 in the middle was what my brain read it as, but I was incorrect. It is put 5 in the middle and then you'll get to the solution and you just figure it out from there. God, I'm terrible at those kinds of puzzles. Absolutely awful at those kinds of puzzles. As is evidenced by the fact that I was struggling with it in the first place. If I hadn't read Santa's thing and interpreted it wrong, it would have been a lot easier, because he basically just told me the answer. Because finding out what you want to put in the center is the most important thing, but god, I'm so bad at those puzzles. So terrible. It would help if I could read, but... we did it. Power's on now. Looks like there's electricity going to the monitor on top now. Alright, let's see if we can activate the device on the top. Green button, a red button, and a lever. I wonder what these do. I think this might help. What the hell is this? Where'd you find this? What's that? Where'd you find it? I know when you were messing around with the pinholes. Looks like instructions. According to what it says here, this thing's a remote control for that. That? Yeah, that. What's he pointing? Oh god, are we doing block pushing? Another thing I'm bad at. Really awful at Sokoban. What's he pointing? Oh. Machine over there. Apparently it's called the Pushmaster 5000. Fuck. You serious? Whatever, so what are we supposed to do with the Pushmaster? See the coffin over on top of the crates? Yeah. Don't you want to know what the deal is with it? I do. We already know what the deal is with that one. You want to check it out? Yeah. Alright, how do you think we're gonna get there? Well, there's some crates on the right side of the fence that's all piled up like stairs. Maybe we can make a path? How would we do that? Line up the crates, I guess? Yeah, that sounds about right. Guess it's just another Zero's Puzzles. Yeah. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Looks like the Pushmaster 5000 runs off a battery, so to keep it from using up energy too fast, you can only use a certain amount of moves. Yeah, it'll only start moving... Oh, wait, no. It'll only start moving once its path has been programmed in. Alright. Keep that in mind. New material has been added to the files screen. Instructions for the machine. In order to prolong battery life, it's advised that you first simulate your actions before carrying them out. Pull the lever to begin the simulation. In order to prolong battery life, it's advised that you first simulate your actions before carrying them out. Move in 4 directions. You cannot move diagonally. Pushmaster 5000 move count exceeds the battery life. It'll be reset, reset, quit, start. Okay. Like I said, awful at Sokoban. Once I want to send my orders to the Pushmaster 5000, I just pull the lever. Alright, let's give this a try. Sure thing. Just keep in mind there's a limit on the battery. Battery dies after 50 moves. At least that's what it says in the manual. 50 moves. Keep in mind the Pushmaster 5000 can't move the heavy metal crates. Got it? Yeah, I've done this enough. When the square adjacent to the Pushmaster 5000 is clicked, the Pushmaster 5000 will move to that square. If there's a crate in the way, the Pushmaster 5000 will move up to a single crate. Move the crates appropriately and efficiently and fill the yellow areas. God. They saved the roughest puzzles for here, huh? Okay, so... What does hint do? Okay, that just pulls up that. Okay, so... We can click here. Now... The problems being, if I move into the center and push either of these in these spots, I'm completely locked out. There's nothing I can do. So to get the Pushmaster out in the first place, I think I'm going to have to push this way. To one of these. Then I have to decide exactly what I want to do next. One question I don't think it covered that I am curious about is if you push one crate into another crate, does that push both of them? So I can't go up here because if I go up here, then we're going to lock against this wall. Like, it would allow me to get this crate in, but then I would lose one of the crates I need to solve the puzzle. God, I haven't played enough Shenmue, Deadly Premonition, Sokoban in general, Misadventures of Tronbon for this. Okay, I think the way is to move down here, push this up. Then I can get this one in. And once we move this one in the correct spot, I would be able to... I don't think that's going to work, though. Move you up here. Let's give this a shot, just so I can visualize it a little bit. So here, I would be able to push... you there, like I would want. And then if I move this and push it here... Okay, you know what? Let's just find out if this works. No. Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. So, yeah, we can't push a box into another box to push it, and you can't move the metal ones at all. So, once again, can't do anything with that. This has to be my starting move. And then, yeah, we can't push anymore that way. I can't push you up, so we have to go down, up. Then from here, what we do is the question. What do we want to do from here? Because I could push this all the way over here. The main problem being now, I have to be able to push that, but I can't. Like, if I could push this out of the way, we would be able to move you and you more effectively. But I can't do that. So... Because if I go up here and move you there, that doesn't help. Wait, it might. Let's once again just kind of click a little bit, see what we can do. So that gets you down there. So these two are lined up. As they should be. Now, if I can go up here, push you down, I could push you all the way to the right. I could go down and push you where I need you to be. I think that's it. Because if I push all of these in... Okay, I think this works. So that one's in. I scoot around this one, push that one in, push that one in, go back, push this one down and to the right, and then up. I believe that works. The question is, do I have enough moves for it? That's the main issue. I think I do? Oh shit, no, that doesn't work because I can't push it in from here. Okay, I was close, but yeah, I didn't. I'm really bad at visualizing these puzzles. So, what we learned from this particular instance, though, is this one can't go in. I wish you could move back like a few moves. Because I think if I hadn't moved this and I had put this one in first, we would have been good. But, let's do that. That. Because this felt like this was correct. Okay, so from here, I could go ahead and move you in. I could move that one all the way down there. So it needs to be, yeah, okay. Okay, I think I see what we want here. A little bit more. So that one goes there. I go here, 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 push this all the way to the right, and then up. Right? So it's right here. This one, I think I can go ahead and push all the way down now. No, I can't actually, because if I did that, then I wouldn't be able to get in here. So no, this one needs to wait. We need to get this one into that slot. So let's go like this. Then... now it's just about optimizing my moves. If I move you... so if I go around here, move you down to here... could just push you in. Let's... I hate doing this, but my mind is so bad at visualizing the puzzle. Oh, I see. I see, yeah. We couldn't push it all the way down here. This one needs to go in the third slot. This one needs to go into the fourth slot. Don't think that's enough moves. Yup. Just barely, no. Damn. Close. Close, though. We're kind of cooking. People that are good at Sokoban would be able to solve this basically immediately. But, I can't. That's bad. Wait, it gave me 51? Did it just take pity on me? I think it just took pity on me. I didn't have 51 moves before. I think the game just said, you're a stupid dumbass. I think that's what it did. How rude. I mean, it's true, but... okay. How can we optimize from this point? Cause... moving this one to that rightmost position seems like the correct call right now. So, let's do that. Is there a reason to push this down here? If I push you down there, we're going to be kind of in a sticky situation because I need to be able to get this box up into this slot. I need to be able to get that one into that slot. God, I hate Sokoban. God, I hate Sokoban. So if I move down there... It's specifically the limited amount of moves that makes it even harder than regular Sokoban for me, because usually in Sokoban you're not really limited on the amount of moves you can make. Well, I think you are technically in like the older ones, but in a lot of the ones I've played you aren't. If I move you there, push you up into that. Then the question just becomes... what exactly I do from there. I think this is just taking me right along the same route I did before. Yeah, I think I'm just taking the exact same route. I wonder if there's a way I could have optimized to get this one, like, down here or something, which would have saved me time having to go all the way around once I get to this part. Because right now it takes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which would put this block right here. And then I would have to move 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then I have to go 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was counting that wrong as well. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of change, a few changes I could do there to make this work. But, yeah. I think I could have done it without this pity one move, but I don't see the way. The way with 51 was the way I saw. It gave me 1 extra energy because it felt sorry for me, and you know what? Rather than sit here and put people through the suffering of trying to watch me solve this in 50 moves, I'll tell you what, I know the solution. I'll give it 1 more try and see if I can come to a solution that does it in 50, because I don't know. I want to see. Oh, I think that works! That works! Yes! I actually did the good one! Yay! It took me like an extra 10 minutes, but I did it. I didn't use the pity one that they gave me. Hell yeah. Didn't have to do it. Okay. It took me a minute, but we got it. So basically what I did is, instead of doing, I don't know if that actually changed anything, but instead of doing the thing where I went the bottom route and pushed that block to the right to start, I went the top route and pushed that block to the right to start. And I'm guessing somehow that optimized my moves in such a way where I came out on like a better side, so I didn't have to do that crazy loop I was doing at the end that cost me so many moves. I'm done putting in the program. What do I do next? Just be quiet and watch. See, it's moving already. I mean, I'm bad at Sokoban, but god, does it feel nice when you actually do solve one. And as with most things, it's like, once you know a lot of the tricks, kind of like sliding block puzzles, it becomes a lot easier to manage because you can just see the moves that you need to make, as is the case with most, like, puzzles. Like the one we were doing earlier, which was kind of like Sudoku, I guess, but I know nothing about that, so... Awesome, the Pushmaster 5000 did just what I told it to and lined up all the crates. Great, now we can reach the coffin. Need to climb those crates over by the fence. Oh my god. Get me the hell out of here. This is like 2 of the puzzles that I'm worst at in a single escape room together. Did we actually find Alice? Oh, no, never mind.
てんだが。
Well, clearly this isn't the one that has Snake in it. This must be actual Alice. This even looks different than the other coffin that we saw. This looks like the one that we saw for
いいから
Alice.
さっさと開けよ。
分かったよ。
小さな
Oh.
鍵と
Small key and a gun. So this is where you get the gun. Like I said, I knew Santa had to get the gun somewhere on this route.
ピストルですね。
ああ、リボルバーだな。
随分と古いもののようだね。
Also garish as
モ
hell.
デルガンでしょうか。
こいつは実弾なのか。
Yeah, that's not a thing you want to see introduced in a game like this because it adds a lot of potential dangers and possibilities.
これが本物。
持ってかねえのか？
当たり前だろう。こんなもん持ってたって争いの元になるだけだよ。
Yep.
誰かが一方的に有利になっちまうような強力な武器。
Now are we gonna watch to make sure that nobody else takes
そう
it?
いう飛び道具があるのは危険なんだよ。こういう極限状態では。
まあ確かに正論だな。
もしかしたらゼロはそうなることを期待してこの銃を置いておいたのかもしれませんね。つまり私たちに争いを起こさせるために。
だったらなおさら放置で決まりだ。奴の思うつぼにはなりたくないからね。
だな。
だが隣にある鍵だけは放置ってわけにはいかないぜ。
分かってるよ。これは持っていこう。
Okay, when did you grab the gun? A rusty key. Maybe I can use this. There's a revolver in this coffin. What was this thing for? Junpei? No, I'll be there in a minute. Now's not the time to be thinking about the coffin. I need to focus on getting out of here. There's a crate underneath it. I'm surprised it lets me click on that. Okay, so someone in this time took the opportunity to go back and loot it. Like, maybe on this route it's not Santa. It could be Ace. But... well, was Ace with Santa when they did that before? I know June was, but... sounds like that did it. Yay! Looks like it's open. I see. This key should open this door. What are you waiting for? Let's go. When did you grab it? Yes, it's opening. It had to have been in this moment. Right? Like while we were working on getting out of the room, Santa grabbed it.
扉の先は長い通路か。
Alright, well that's definitely the end of an episode. So, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.